Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have something pretty different than anything I've done before. I'm going to be taking you guys camping with me, and this is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. I have spent the last couple of weeks kind of doing my research and picking things up here and there, and I have a couple of returns to make just because I changed my mind on a few things, so I'll go over all of that. But I will be driving up to Mumford, New York. It's actually outside of Rochester. I don't know how far away, but it is outside of Rochester, and I will be going to Genesee Country Village. If you're not familiar with that, basically it's like where they do old-timey stuff. So you can see how people used to make cheese and butter and stuff like that. And I've always been into that kind of thing since I was a kid. I ended up going on a field trip when I was like 5 or 6 years old to a place called Billy Creek Village in Indiana. And ever since then, I've always loved seeing like how people used to live back in the day, you know, make candles, do all that good kind of stuff. So it is totally a nerdy little mini vacation, but I don't really care. So I thought it would also be a great opportunity to get back into camping because I haven't done it in about 14 years, and Mochi found something to play with, but I have actually never camped on my own before. So I know somebody out there is going to say you're a single lady going by yourself, could be dangerous. I understand that. I'm taking the proper precautions, so I think I'll be okay. But anyways, I am going to show you guys what I picked up and just going to kind of go through my thought process with that stuff as well. All right, first thing I picked up was a Coleman Sundome 2-person tent. And I ultimately decided against this because I don't really use Coleman products a whole lot. So I'll talk about what I got instead in a minute, but this kind of is the total opposite of what I just said. I've used their sleeping bags quite a bit in the past, and this one caught my eye because it's 0 degree. I don't really plan on ever camping when it gets that cold as of right now, but I don't want to rule it out. So what I might end up doing in the future is just buying a second sleeping bag or something so that I can just cover myself if it's a little bit cooler out. But it is nice to at least have the option, in my opinion. And I have some stuff on top of the box. I'm drinking some water, so that's why that's there. But I bought, sorry, I almost said power cord. It's paracord, excuse me. I used to be obsessed with this. I had it like everywhere in my car, on my bags, just, it was everywhere. I make bracelets out of it all the time. And I still really love it, but I will not be going that crazy with it this time. So I think it's always helpful to have something that resembles a rope, whether you're going camping or not. So I'm just going to throw that in my car, not necessarily for camping, but it will be, you know, in my car. And then I am going to be bringing some matches that I already have on hand. These are just the diamond green light matches, whatever. And then I was recently at my mom's house in Boston, and she actually has these stormproof matches that I found also at Walmart. So I will be keeping these in my car regardless, but I'm also going to be throwing some into my camping stuff. So definitely excited about that. And I need to scoot over here to show you some of the other stuff. But this is the cooler that I will be bringing. It's by Lifetime, and I picked this up at Walmart. It was $80 something and change. I think it was like 89. And supposedly it keeps ice for about 5 days. There is an internal like gasket, so it does seal everything in, which is really nice. And supposedly it is relatively grizzly bear resistant, so I don't think I'll have to worry about that because I don't like to leave my food out when I camp. It's just an old habit that I picked up from my dad. We always put it in the car before, you know, we went into the tent for the night. So I'm just going to end up doing that. but I don't think I'll run into any bears while I'm up there anyways. But you never know. It's always nice to know that you have a grizzly bear resistant cooler, I think. And you can actually lock this if you really want to. I'm sure you could also just like use it with like rope to rig something with it. I don't know, whatever. And then I picked up some stuff at Giant. I don't normally go in there, but I originally went in there for ice, and then I decided I wasn't going to get ice from there. I was just going to use what I have in my freezer. So I picked up some of these hefty jumbo slider bags. I've always wanted these, the 2.5 gallons. And I thought that this would be really handy to have, whether it's for camping or otherwise. And I have a dirty towel right there. But anyways, I ended up getting some Rice Krispie treats because I wanted to pick up like a little snacky poo. And then I recently got 2 new tattoos, like literally just got them today. So I needed to find soap that was fragrance free, and this was all I could find. So it is dish soap, but it'll do the trick. And I picked up a little baby thing of Listerine and also some body wash. I do still plan on showering. I'm not going to be that disgusting while I'm there. And then also some Purell wipes, just, you know, on the go. Never know. Never hurts, in my opinion. And then I also grabbed this Soft Touch bottle kit, and it has 4 bottles in it. So I thought that that would be pretty nice to have. Just, you know, I can put like my shampoo, conditioner, whatever in there. And then for my tattoos, some fragrance-free lotion. I needed some more deodorant that didn't smell like an old lady, so I picked up this Tropical Paradise. And then if you watched my purse organization video, you know that I believe in always keeping Cottonelle wipes on you, whether you're a guy or a girl, no matter what. So I will be taking these with me, and I do not care how crazy I look. I don't care. I really don't, because they are technically multi-purpose in my opinion. So there is that. And then I can't even move this. My God. You might have seen that I did buy this 5-gallon water container. This is actually not BPA free. It doesn't say that it's BPA free. And I'm not about that life. So I picked up this one from Dick's Sporting Goods, and it is in fact BPA free, and it's still 5 gallons. I highly doubt I will use that much at any given point, but it is definitely nice to have. And then this is the tent that I traded in, or that I will be trading in the other one for. So it is the Kelty Ashcroft 3, and let's see, it's lightweight. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it lightweight, but I guess for holding 3 people it is. And then completely, like, you can stay dry. And let's see, got some other specs on here. I guess it can take you through 3 seasons, which is pretty good in my opinion. And the other reason why I wanted to get a 3-person tent is because if I'm going to be camping with another person, I want to be able to have space for all of our gear. So I don't think it's a bad idea personally. And then some other things that I picked up, which are totally unnecessary, but I just thought they were cool. There's this Sea to Summit Tech Towel. It's just a giant microfiber towel, and it comes in this nice case. And this is going to be for like when I shower or whatever. I'm also just probably going to leave it in my car just in case something happens, and you never know. It never hurts. And then I was actually not going to get any sort of a sleeping pad, but my brother convinced me otherwise. So this is my Thermarest, and it's the Trail Scout inflatable sleeping pad. And my brother did some backpacking earlier this year, and he's done a lot in the past. So he told me that if you're going to be using or if you're going to be camping like all weather, you're going to want something with an R value of more than 4. This one has an R value of 3.1, so it'll at least get me through 3 seasons, but I can always just buy another one if I decide that I do want to start camping in the winter, so I'm not really worried about it. Not entirely camping related, but this is survival related. This is the Lifestraw personal water filter, and you use it exactly how it shows on the picture. So this will literally filter out anything, even like fecal matter. It filters literally everything. My brother keeps one in his car. He keeps one in his camping stuff, like hiking gear, everything. And he said that this is the best. So I am keeping this in my car, but I'm probably going to get another one for camping just in case, because usually the water that they have at campsites is really disgusting in my opinion. This is not camping related, but I really love these. So I use a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle, and this is a splash guard so that you can kind of sip from it instead of having all of the water like splash on your face at the same time. I just thought it was cute. And by the way, this is from Dick's. This is from REI. So is the Lifestraw. So is this. And the tent is also from Dick's. And then the last thing I picked up is this Petzl Tika 300. And this is actually like a flashlight that you wear on your head. And I thought this was pretty cool because you can either charge it or you can use AAA batteries. So I thought this would be perfect. My dad did this all the time when I was a kid. He always had one of these because, you know, if you have to get up in the middle of the night or something, or just, it's just nice to have. You never know. So this I will probably be leaving in my car as well, but I will definitely be using it for camping. So that is everything that I picked up, and I just have to start decanting some of this stuff into the bottles and, you know, like shampoo, conditioner, that kind of thing. And I got to get my stuff set up for tomorrow because tomorrow I am driving into New York. So I have a lot of work to do, and it's about 9 o'clock at night right now. So I will show you guys what my car looks like when it's packed. All right, it's the next morning and I'm packing up my stuff. I'm running late, so whatever. But this is usually what I would use to go on a trip that's just a few days. It's a Kelty Red Wing 44. I've had it for a couple of years. This is perfect, especially for like hiking and whatever. And like I said, I've used it for trips where I'm only gone for a couple of days. But because I'm only going to be gone for one day, I'm just going to be using my, well, it used to be my work backpack, but this is by High Sierra. It has like a million different pockets, and I thought this would be perfect. And then I have this Bagalini anti-theft purse, which is what I'm going to be using instead of my regular purse because I don't want to have to carry a bag on one shoulder all day and switch it back and forth. I thought this would be a little bit easier, and also I can put a water bottle in here and it's not really going to bother me. So I just thought this would be perfect, and it does have a wallet pocket in the back and it's pretty spacious. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using. I'm not going to be wearing makeup today or tomorrow. I'm not even bringing it. I'm just bringing the absolute necessities as far as personal care is concerned. So I'm not going to have anything like weighing me down. It's literally just going to be, you know, face wash, toothbrush, toothpaste, and then my retinol cream and some, sunscreen. So, all right, this is how I have my car packed, and this is my backpack with all my personal stuff. My purse is going to go up front, and then I have my sleeping pad, sleeping bag, tarp, tent. This is a bag filled with dry food and things that I'm just gonna keep in my car like full time. And then my hat is going to go up front, but this is the 5-gallon water jug. I have to like lay this on top of the cooler because it's not dry yet. But for the cooler, I'm not bringing a whole lot because I really just want to see how it performs. I didn't fill it all the way. I should have, but I put an entire block of ice at the bottom. I just put it in a large piece of Tupperware that I froze last night and threw it at the bottom, and then I put some ice from my ice maker in there as well. I have some salads for lunch and dinner, and then I have some snacks and some bell peppers that I need to bring a knife for, unless I can just use my hunting knife. But that's about it. Doesn't seem as involved as like when I would go camping with my dad, but that's probably because when I would go camping with him, we would go for like 2 weeks at a time, not just a night. So, but anyways, I just need to put my tennis shoes on and then I'll be off. All right, don't get me wrong. I would personally rather be in like South Dakota or Montana, but it is incredibly nice up here in New York. I will say that much. Pennsylvania, not a fan, but I do love New York. Haven't lived here since I was a kid, but I've always had a thing for it. Look at how gorgeous it is today. There's hardly any clouds in the sky, which is kind of bad because I did just get 2 tattoos, but I have sunscreen because I burn easily. But it's just nice. It's nice to see all the corn and everything, and it's just feels so peaceful. All right, guys, I'm finally here. I just parked. I'm surprised it's not more packed, but maybe that's because it's a Friday and I think kids are going back to school soon. So maybe earlier in the season it's crazier, but I am already in love with this and I haven't even seen the whole property yet. This is really pretty out here. And there's something about gravel. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It's not too hot today either, so it's always nice. So this was an old church, and look at all this crown molding, but look at this really cool chandelier. It looks really cool too. Nice cross breeze too. Got all the windows open. They look like they're pretty original, so that's cool too. Love stuff like this. Look at that, got some corn going. Some of these buildings are closed, but some of it's for construction, other things are like for classes and whatnot. But used to be the post office. Looks very similar to like what I've seen on Little House on the Prairie and Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Pretty standard, I think, for the times. You know, early to mid 1800s. But I'm not gonna lie, I would totally live in a place like this. Just do like a 1-room type thing with a bathroom. will say this much, if anything, it's nice to just walk around and look at it all. See, this is like more my speed down here. And at some point, like when I get married and I have my next house, I'm getting a wagon wheel for my front yard. But this is beautiful out here. And then I wonder what kind of tree this is. Kind of looks like an apple tree or something. I don't know. Somebody tell me. Yeah, I was right. Apple tree. Probably crab apples, but still looks nice. Kind of reminds me of Mount Vernon. If you guys have been there, it was George Washington's home. Not so much Monticello, but definitely Mount Vernon. And then I guess this is a restaurant or something, which is nice. It's always nice to have food accessible, but I wonder how many of these back here are open, because this one looks really cool. Sorry. All right, I don't know if any of you guys watch the Townsend's YouTube channel, but this is where they make the cheese in one of those videos. And I didn't want to film in there because I was talking to the lady, but I told her that I'm from PA, and I also told her that that's why I came here, was because of that video, which is true. And she was nice enough to show me all the cheese, and I just thought that was really cool, but I didn't want to be disrespectful and film in there. But over here we have, I don't want to call them barns because they look more like older structures, and they probably keep the cows somewhere else, I want to assume. But look at that. You got two mooies, as I like to call them. They're super cute. Just doing their thing, grazing, whatever. And I can't tell. I think these are male. They're both male, I believe, because I don't see udders. But I haven't been this close to a cow since I think I was like 6 years old. But they have this really cool flower garden over here, and a lot of it is, I think, native to New York, which is great for the bees and everything. But look at this dude go. I should have known by the horns that he was a male, but I never like to assume, you know. But it is a beautiful day out. I can't stress that enough. Holy shit. And look at him. It's just like some good grass, yo. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I would mind having a little farm, but I'm not gonna say that I would, because I'm like a weird combination of indoor-outdoor girl. So, but you got butterflies all over the place, pollinating, doing their thing, helping to pollinate, I should say. And I love this. I told my mom, excuse me, that when she gets back home, she should have a little wildflower garden to help out with the bees, because honestly, it's really just pretty too. So actually I found out that this is like where they had stuff with like the Shakers, which I forgot who they were, but they were a religious group. So all of these flower beds are actually for medicinal purposes. And I guess the Shakers were also the first ones to individually package seeds, like, you know, the little packs that you can buy at the store, like the burpee packs. So it's actually really cool, but I want to say bye to the cows. I'm sure you guys can tell, but I didn't sleep well at all. I was tossing and turning the whole time, and I did have a sleeping pad, which is really nice, but I was cold half the time because I didn't think that it would get that cold last night, but it did. So I had to get up in the middle of the night and go into my car, get my sleeping bag, and oh man, I should have thought about that beforehand, but I didn't. And then I didn't bring a pillow because I was like, oh, it's fine. I can just use the sleeping bag as my pillow because it'll be too hot to want to sleep in it. No, not the case. So the tent is really nice, though. I will say that much. But just to give you guys kind of an idea, I have some Rice Krispie treats because I had like one of them last night, and then I have my keys right there, and my car is right here so I can keep an eye on it. I kept the cover off of the tent for the most part because it was hot, and I kind of regret that now, but it's alright. And then I have my shoes and my headlight, like my headlamp. I have Aquaphor for my tattoos. I kept my water jug in here because I didn't know how much I was going to end up drinking. And then I have my Lifestraw water bottle that I just bought yesterday. And yeah, it's pretty nice, but the sleeping bag that I'm in is like a mummy style, and what the hell kind of bug is that? That is a massive bug. Holy shit. What is that, like a cicada? Holy crap. Excuse me. Anyways, wow, that's crazy. I totally forgot what I was saying because I got distracted. That is seriously a huge bug, though. It's like this big, like 2 inches. But I have been in a mummy style sleeping bag, and you don't think about this stuff. At least I didn't think about it because it's been almost 15 years since I've slept in a tent. But I am basically too fat to zip it up because, like I said, it is mummy style. So I really need to lose more weight in order to continue doing this kind of stuff, unless I get a different style sleeping bag. But I kind of want to explore camping in other seasons, not winter, but like fall and early spring, so it'll be colder then, and I'm gonna need this sleeping bag for that. So I definitely need to lose weight because I couldn't even zip it up last night, and that was part of what was pissing me off, was because I was super cold. So anyways, it's just one of those things that I didn't think about. But anyways, I don't really see the mosquitoes right now, so it's about 6 a.m. and I think I'm just gonna pack up all my shit and just go wash my face,
The showers are free, which was nice. I took a shower last night because I was sweating all day, and I washed my hair with dish soap. But I'm gonna go probably wash my face and then get the hell out of here. And then on my way home, I'm gonna hit the Dr. Constantine Frank, what is it, winery, because my mom's best friend actually introduced us to that wine, and their Riesling is really nice if you're into kind of the more sweet white wines. But I'll give you guys kind of an idea of what my little campsite looks like. I actually had to drive, this is the third campsite that I drove to, because the other two were just basically RV parks, and the tent area was not secluded whatsoever, and I didn't really like that. So this one is a little bit more secluded, which I thought was nice. So anyways, I'll show you guys what my little campsite looks like. So like I said, here is my car, and then I bought some wood last night for a fire to kind of keep the mosquitoes away because they were friggin' horrible. And then I dragged that picnic table over so I could sit near the fire and have my dinner, but I just was so tired of being eaten alive that I just came in here and I ate my dinner. So I gotta collect that trash before I leave. But there's really only like 1 or 2 tent spots here, which is kind of sad because everybody else uses like an RV or whatever. So, but that's my little campsite, and I'll show you guys the tent once I get out of here. All right, I just had to completely spray myself with DEET just to film this because they're coming after me. But this is what my tent looked like, and I kept the cover off because, again, I was pretty hot last night. But I'm gonna deconstruct it and throw everything in the car, and then I'm gonna reorganize this stuff once I get out of here because I'm being eaten alive. But this is a nice little campsite. There's another little tent area back there too. I guess times like this, it really does help to have a car with 4-wheel drive, and also to have a car that has like, I don't know, I think I have like super expensive tires on here that are like all terrain or some shit, but definitely helpful. But this is a really nice campground if you're in upstate New York near Rochester. It's called Genesee Country Campsite or something like that. But you can see that some people do actually live here like full time, which I'm not knocking that because it would be kind of nice to do that. And then they ride around on these little golf carts if they're just going, you know, somewhere like up here. The laundry is not included, but the showers are, which I think is really nice because there's not a lot of campsites where you get that. So, but anyways, they have a little play area like for kids and stuff. And then there's like a little general store right here. And it's actually a really nice spot. This is one of the only ones that I found in this area that wasn't like disgusting and that wasn't completely, you know, covered with like old people. No offense, but okay, I'm out of skeeter territory, so I'm gonna head towards a McDonald's or something, get some coffee, and I am going to go pee. TMI, but I don't care. I'm not using the porta potties. All right, so I'm now at the Dr. Constantine Frank Winery. This is in Hammondsport. I think it's Hammondsport, New York. And holy shit, this is one of the most beautiful places I've seen. I think this is like Finger Lakes region, but it is incredibly gorgeous up here. I'm going to turn the screen around so, well, I'm going to turn around so that you guys, this is just what it looks like from my car. and they're not open until 10, so I still have about a half hour, so hopefully they'll just let me sit here. But I don't have like a tasting appointment or anything. I'm just trying to buy some wine for my mom and myself, because I think I mentioned it before, but they have like the best Riesling. But holy shit, look at how beautiful this is. Isn't this gorgeous? This is amazing. Honestly, this would be like the ideal place to live. There's a couple of rocks here, but I don't want to step up on them. But this is gorgeous. I would love to live up here. Oh my God. But you can see they got the grapes everywhere. And then back here, they got the actual distillery. So, all right, so this is what my trunk looks like after everything. I'm back home, so I'm just gonna start putting stuff away, but I am gonna show you guys some of the things that I got because they are super exciting. But the tent back there, I'm gonna have to let that air out because it's still kind of damp from this morning, but I was just wanting to get out of there so quickly because of all the mosquitoes. And then I think the towel should be dry by now, but I just have to wash that. So not too shabby. I don't think it looked like a complete wreck this morning because I literally was just throwing stuff in here. But now comes the fun part. So I think somebody might want to know how the cooler did. And truth be told, I put in my entire ice tray from my freezer. And I also put in like an entire block of ice that I made the night before I left. And as you can see, there's still plenty of ice in here. The only downside to this cooler, I think, is that there's no way to drain it out aside from tipping over the whole cooler. So that is a downside, but for being in a car in 80 to 90 degree heat for 2 days, I don't think it's too bad. So hopefully, like next time I go hiking, hopefully next time I go camping, or if I do like an extended hiking trip or something, I will pack it with more ice and then it should keep a little bit longer. But I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna need to drill holes into it and put spray foam in there. So I think it's all right as it is. All right, so to show you guys what I got, I picked up these 3 canisters from the Genesee Country Village store, and I really am in love with them. I love the color. They had this color, a deep brown, like really deep brown, and then there was white with some blue like flowers painted on it. I thought this would work with the color of my kitchen, honestly, but I ended up getting 3 different sizes, which was kind of overkill, but you know, looks weird if you only have like 1 or 2. So you can't really put like food in here for the most part. Like you could, but it'd have to be something like beans or whatever. So they're going to be more decorative than anything, or I might just move some other stuff into these, but I love the way that they look. And I tried to get different shapes, but I also picked up these really cute measuring spoons. They are little leaves and they have grapes at the top. So I thought that was really pretty. Kind of similar to ones that my mom has that have little snowmen on them. But I thought this would be really nice to have for baking. And then I'm not going to show you all of them because they're all the same. But I got 4 bottles of my favorite Riesling. My mom wanted me to pick some up for her. I've been meaning to go to this winery for a couple of years now, actually. And it was actually on my way up to the Rochester area. So I picked some up on the way back. And 2 of these bottles are going to be for my mom. And then 2 are going to be for me. And this is pretty cheap wine for how good it is. I even told them, I was like, look, you guys should really charge more for how good it is. But they gave me this nice little bag to go with it, which is really cool. So another reusable bag. But
I don't really drink. I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video, so it's kind of funny that I would buy alcohol, but when I do drink, I tend to be kind of picky, so I like to have the stuff I want on hand, and this is probably going to last me, like, I would say over 2 years, because again, I don't really drink that often, maybe once or twice a year now. So anyways, that is everything that I got though. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little camping excursion with me, and I had a lot of fun, honestly. And I'm just gonna spend the rest of today putting stuff away, relax a little bit, because tomorrow I got to start cooking, because next week I have to go back to work. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye guys.